government believe it's true.
The world deserves the truth.
Growing number of drone sightings.
They're non-human, higher intelligence.
The unidentified aircraft are the size of cars.
Like the classic UFO that you would see online.
Nobody knows what these things are. Now I'm worried.
They can't track them. They know that they don't emit a signal.
They don't know anything. They don't know what it is.
Yo, what's good? We're back with another one.
It's showtime.
Thousands of videos are being posted of drones in the sky over New Jersey.
I think we've seen about 40 or 50 of these drones.
That's not a plane.
The government doesn't know what's going on.
What is going on in New Jersey?
We just don't know.
What the heck is going on?
The FBI is investigating them, and they don't know what they are.
A major response from authorities that could be related to an incident involving a drone. It is happening in Hillsborough, New Jersey.
Yeah, Bianca, I talked to several people who tell us they heard a drone crash somewhere behind where I'm standing.
This is fucking nuts.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department. They launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft New Jersey residents have been reporting in recent weeks. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones.
Why do you think that is?
We don't know. It's just something that we haven't, it's not something that we've had our hands on. It's not something that we've experienced.
One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
There was 50 of them.
There's a lot more than that, bro.
Okay, there's the moon. What the fuck is this?
I was in Chicago.
Yeah, bro. They're seeing them everywhere.
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that?
Kind of like a firework display all went off at once.
The right behind me is Morris County. This is where the first actually reported sighting of these drones took place by the FAA. Apparently there have been sightings as recently as last night.
Have you heard about the drones in New Jersey? Do you know if there was a crash near here? I saw a video of it.
They said that there was, but now the township is saying there isn't.
The one above the school that we're at. Really? About it. They didn't see anything more than just recreational drones, that's what I've seen.
Really? Okay, interesting.
I mean, maybe I'm not seeing the same drones that you guys have seen.
Yeah, maybe some dude with like a lot of money. Yeah. Bro, nobody cares. We could be getting invaded by aliens. Everybody's like...
He almost shot one down the other day.
Yeah,
he's a Marine. He's ready to take him out.
Yeah, probably the government.
Our government or a different government?
It can't be another government, guy. It can't be another government. America, bro.
I saw one last night.
Last night?
I think it was a plane.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just seeing planes. What like color was it?
It was multicolored like a plane, green lights, red lights.
So here's a little bit of the problem. Planes, I believe on the right wing have a red flashing light, left wing have a green flashing light, and then on the back I think it's like white or front. The problem is drones also have a red and green light.
They gotta be just normal drones.
Not all of them, bro.
Drones are everywhere. They're over your homes. They're at the airports. They're over military installations. They're even flying over my local nuclear facility just a couple miles from my house. People are saying they could be planning the next Pearl Harbor right here on American soil. Okay, once again, if we look at this video, we see characteristic red and green lights. We see it is out of focus. The camera can't get it in focus, and that's why everything is bokeh balls. Now, that could be literally anything, but it's probably an airplane. But whether it's a mysterious drone or an airplane or a helicopter, we do have to ask ourselves, are these things dangerous? After all, it is pretty crazy that there's just stuff flying overhead all the time. It could do anything. It could spy on us. It could be carrying weapons. It could crash into us. Why don't we apply some basic logic to this? If they're flying at night, maybe they don't want to be detected. But if they don't want to be detected, why do they have lights all over them? Especially FAA compliant blinking directional lights.
The government must know what they are.
Of course they do, bro.
I guess the biggest question I think everybody has, and I definitely have, and what I've been wondering, it seems like the police don't know what's going on, the FBI doesn't know what's going on, the government, White House doesn't know what's going on. Why aren't we taking these drones down?
Essentially, what we have is something called it's a federal statute, a federal law that's called the Aircraft Sabotage Act. And it's all about, your common citizen not being able to shoot at or shoot down an aircraft. And so only the federal government can respond in a adversarial way, I'll call it. And that's frustrating, as you can imagine, both state and local governments. So you have the governor of New Jersey, federal crime for him or law enforcement on the site to shoot it down. So he can't do that.
Wow.
The bigger question, I think, is why is the federal government not taking care of this issue? In New Jersey, the FBI has put out a public bulletin that tells people that if you do see a drone crash, to stay at least 300 feet away from it. And then it tells the local authorities to wear hazmat suits before they approach it. That's been put out by our federal government. This one, the FBI did come back and say they found no evidence of a drone crash. I'm not here to question the FBI in any way. However, the footage from the helicopter demonstrated that there was something there.
There were videos taken of a lot of car lights, almost like car alarms going off in a big parking lot, and then one with, I think, street lights flashing. And so I was wondering, and that's all happening around this time in New Jersey, so I was wondering if you think that could have anything to do with this situation, or if that's simply just random.
It could be all the above. There are sensors that could do that.
It's America. They ain't gonna stop people from shooting at it.
They already are, bro.
Fucking hell, this is what happens when they don't tell people what's going on.
The drones are shooting back, bro.
Holy cow. That thing is completely stationary shooting.
That's gotta be fake.
Nah, bro. It's happening all over the place.
I got it! That's a drone! You guys see how no, that's a drone! Holy shit! I got that on video! I got that on video! Holy shit! You just shot something! You just shot something! What? Did I not get that on video? I wasn't on video! Shut up! Shut up!
That reaction did sound pretty genuine.
There's gonna be a war in the sky.
I hate to break it to you, the government really thinks we're that dumb. 6-foot drones flying over America and we don't know where they're coming from, and they're completely okay with these drones being there. When a weather balloon flew over America 2 years ago from China, the government flipped its shit over a weather balloon, and now there are 6-foot drones flying over America, and the government's just like, I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know. We were too scared to take a look at them. Literally, a government official had his helicopter over one of these 6-foot drones and got too scared and flew his helicopter away. Couldn't have followed it to see where it was gonna land. If the government did not know where these 6-foot drones are used in warfare. If they did not know where these drones were coming from, they would be scared, not calm. Not saying oh, we don't know. They'd freak out.
It's true, they went mad over that weather balloon, but they don't seem to care about this.
It's a psyop, bro.
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
From the Coast Guard, who said that one of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones as they went through the water.
These are 6-foot drones that are somehow evading our detection. They are not being detected.
They're saying no threat, but how the hell do they know? They don't know anything. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it come from. They don't know nothing.
They know that they can't track them. They know that they don't emit a signal. They know that they can't see them when they turn their lights out. They also indicated that they don't know where they come from. They don't know where they go to.
How can they say they're not a threat, but they don't know where they're coming from?
We just want to see how people react, bro.
One family claims they followed a drone in their car, and while it hovered above them, the clock in their car changed times.
Some of the FBI agents that have been assigned to look into this have reported drones flying over their home.
It's right here over Picatinny, there was a drone just hanging out. I put my drone up in the air and went towards it. I had full battery life. Not 3 minutes into the flight, I lost control of the drone. Warning on my screen, lost control, and my drone started going down dead.
These are fully charged batteries. It's 2 batteries that have died within seconds, and the drone went up and, like a couple feet off the table, and then came right back out.
Okay, you see it? You see how it goes? See how it goes? And then it becomes a spacecraft or aircraft or whatever you want to call it.
What the fuck is that, bro? Did it just get smaller? Bro, what?
Above the ocean, and it was low, very low, but so bright and so clear, and it was huge. Like when you...
I'm concerned. I issued a letter to ask for more information, and I think there should be a lot more transparency about them.
It may not make more sense. Because I think people in New York and New Jersey see drones the size of an SUV over their house every night and think that that doesn't make any sense.
Sure, I understand why people would be looking at this and being concerned about it. We're concerned about it too, which is why we have the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI, my goodness, looking at this, and we're taking it seriously.
Don't seem like they're taking it seriously. They would have shot one down by now.
I think it's blue beam.
I'm reporting it right now. Catherine, stop it! Hold on. What is that?
UFOs. I've never seen that.
Justin, what the fuck is that?
I swear to God. They're disappearing. Oh my God, they're coming to invade our fucking planet.
Guys, that's not okay. Mom, that's seriously
that is
freaky.
Hundreds.
Hush.
What do we do? And it keeps coming and coming.
Oh my God.
But like a meteor breaking up.
Some of them are spraying shit in the air.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him spraying. Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky again. Bro, this is fucking crazy, man. Look at this guy. They're spraying the skies.
That was a plane.
They're still spraying shit in the sky.
Es como que a veces se ve más, es como que van de un lado para el otro, boludo.
Amigo, están muy cerca, son ovnis
Están muy
seguros.
cerca, claro.
Ovni asegurado.
¿Por qué, mano? No, van a 2 por hora, culiado, que se están filmando,
Quedo
boludo.
por la barra rapidísimo, amigo.
Fucking hell, there was loads of them.
They could be orbs.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam, what is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
Has anyone managed to get decent footage of one?
Yeah, bro. Look at this.
Okay, I'm videoing this. And this is one of those drones that everybody's talking about. Right there. And at first I thought it was the ghetto bird, but it's not. And it's loud.
Oh my God, here we go.
is. What is that?
That was crazy.
I'm pretty sure that was fake. Let us know in the comments what you guys think on that one.
זה רחוק מאיתנו, זה רחוק, זה לא נפגע. לא, זה רק נראה ככה פה. רק נראה. שקט, הכל בסדר, כבר זה נראה עכשיו, עכשיו אנחנו נוסעים. יאללה, תכנסו לאור אחרים, מהר.
It's unbelievable how many sightings there are.
There's loads more, bro. Fuck flying in that.
Well, it looked like ball lightning.
يا هنا رأيت البوم؟
Wow.
واو واو
Wow.
واو
Blue beam's happening, bro.
Nah, mate, I think that was a satellite breaking up.
So you were part of a meeting last week with more than 200 mayors that was held by the New Jersey State Police Department. You say that you just got off a briefing with the White House. I guess the thing I keep coming back to on this story is, it's one thing for you to tell us there's nothing to worry about, it's not a foreign threat, there's no sort of national security concern here.
I mean, it's ridiculous that we have technology that, you know, they can read your driver's license from a mile up in the sky, probably why it's still in your pocket, yet they can't tell us what's flying just above our home. We've got 4 critical infrastructures, 4 sets of reservoirs there. She had 60 drones hovering over them this past Sunday. You can't keep telling us that we're imagining this stuff. We're not imagining it. Our own state police in our own briefings is telling us these things are not emitting a radio frequency. Our residents are getting concerned, and the lack of transparency is doing nothing but fuel conspiracy theories on social media. I'm of the belief that these things are probably federal assets. I can't imagine that our U.S. senators and congresspeople aren't aware of it, but they very well may be U.S. assets that are being deployed to look for something, and that's what I'm concerned about. I'm no longer worried about who the drones belong to. I'm more concerned with what they're doing up there. Are they potentially sniffing for something? Could they keep flying in a grid-like pattern?
What are they looking for?
They're saying it could be a missing nuke.
We're gonna think I'm nuts, but why should today be any different than any other day? I know this guy whose father worked with the Pentagon and NASA and like secret projects, and he has been messaging me that he will never forgive himself if he doesn't tell the people that he knows that for a month he's been watching this situation. And now, several days ago, before it became a discussion in the mainstream media, that these drones are ours and that they could very possibly be sniffing out something very dangerous, some missing dangerous W from the war, and that areas that coincide with where the drones have been seen have spiked in radiation. So he said, it's time to think about where I am and that I might want to go somewhere with my daughter. So like for me, you know, we blow things off and we think nothing's going to happen, but things do happen. And what were the government's choices? A, tell us that that's what they're doing and widespread panic and pandemonium, or B, do what they're doing. But something is wrong because otherwise they would eliminate them, and everyone's being very cagey. So what do you think?
She's a plant, bro.
How the fuck does a nuke go missing?
The US government have lost 6 of them over the years, bro.
I don't understand what's going on. There's a bunch of different narratives. The scariest one that I've heard is that the drones are looking for gamma radiation because there's a missing nuke.
I have a high confidence level that this is not a response to a massive imminent, weapons of mass destruction threat. Langley Air Force Base, that they had drone incursions of an unknown type, unknown origin last year, happened during about a 2.5, 3 week period right before Christmas. That also happened the year before over Langley, and they were expecting them to come again for third year in a row over Langley. They came back in a much wider swath. We have them all over New Jersey, all the way up to Massachusetts. There are reports from Texas to Florida to California, Ohio, Minnesota, Pennsylvania. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base was shut down for a drone incursion just this last Friday. These objects appear to be coming from over the ocean.
But what is the estimated number of them?
At this point, I'm comfortable making a guess of probably over 800 or 1,000.
The government need to do something about this before actual panic sets in.
They are, bro. They're the ones orchestrating it.
So here's what I know. I know that we were told by our state police that we have assets over our critical infrastructure. Now, depending on your point of view, that's either concerning or comforting. I think it's comforting because it's probably us listening and watching. We also know that we have drones that are flying in a grid-like pattern. In my opinion, they're looking for something. What might they be looking for? Well, potentially, we're aware of a threat that came in through Port Newark. Maybe that's radioactive material. There was and there is an alert that's out right now that radioactive material in New Jersey has gone missing on December 2nd. It was a shipment. It arrived at its destination. The container was damaged and it was empty. So
okay,
potentially
wait,
we're looking
stop
for
right
that.
there, Mayor, because that's very important information. And that came from a credible source.
That came from the U.S. government.
And so it's missing?
Missing.
And they think it's in New Jersey, or it could be anywhere?
It was lost in New Jersey in transit. And again, this is just an example of what I think that we're sniffing for. I think we do have the assets that can go up and fly around and sniff things, which is why more than likely it's not a foreign adversary, because they would be able to figure out how to turn off the blinking lights. These drones are huge. We had a mayor yesterday on the call with the White House telling them that he had 6-foot drones hovering over his house. Yet they continue to tell us we don't know what we're talking about. It's misidentification. Certainly there's some misidentification probably going on, but I could assure you that we are seeing drones in New Jersey all over the place.
They wanted to ban DJI earlier this year, but they can't because their products are used in agriculture, film industry, all sorts of shit. So they're going to use this to try and ban recreational drones, I'm sure of it.
They've done crazier shit to pass laws.
Development in the ongoing mysterious drone saga in New Jersey. The Federal Aviation Administration now issuing temporary flying restrictions in several cities across New Jersey due to, quote, special security reasons. We brought that to you as breaking news a bit earlier on this morning. And in the meantime, the FBI now says that it has received more than 6,000 tips from Americans regarding mysterious drone sightings, many of them, again, from along the East Coast. Reports initially came out of New Jersey several weeks back, with states like New York, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut quickly added to that list. Earlier this week, members of the House Intelligence Committee met for a classified briefing with officials from the CIA, FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and Defense Department. The committee's ranking member told reporters they were reassured the drones are not the work of a classified government operation and there is nothing nefarious about the situation. Federal intelligence officials have said their theory is that there's no one reason behind all of this and that many of the sightings called in are simply planes, helicopters, or legally operated hobbyist drones.
See, they're going to say they need to ban non-commercial drones because of all this shit.
They're going to do the same with TikTok. Mark my words, within 6 months, TikTok will be forced to sell to an American company.
So if the spies are trying to gain intel about a military facility or a nuclear power plant, well, guess what? People don't keep secrets outside where a drone could see them. People keep secrets inside. It's not like they lay out the blueprints for the next stealth fighter on the grounds outside so a drone could photograph it. Now, to me, it makes no difference whether there's a pilot in there. Thus, it makes no difference whether they're a drone or a helicopter or an airplane, because either way, it could be safe or it could be nefarious. So, but how do we know these aren't like dangerous drones disguised as airplanes? Well, we don't. We don't know anything. In fact, before drone stuff had taken over all the headlines, we were talking about a real conspiracy, which is the fact that healthcare companies choose who live and die based on spreadsheets. And now suddenly people are taking pictures of planes at night and talking about that instead of that real conspiracy.
It's true. No one's talking about Diddy either while all these drones are flying about.
Diddy's already escaped, bro.
You deserve to know how to tell what the hell is going on. I'm also maybe going to talk about what to do if it's actually aliens. If you don't know, I'm the guy that trains PsyOps. I'm the person that teaches this kind of stuff to companies and stuff. So the government's kind of gone from decades of denial to throwing around terms like UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, in official hearings. Add to that this sudden rise in reports of drones all over the place, these weird sightings and emergency declarations that are going on, I think in New Jersey right now. And it feels like we're being prepped for something. But what are we being prepared for? And this, you could look this up. There was even a plan to stage a fake kind of alien invasion. This is on record, on paper, that there was a full government plan to make a fake alien invasion.
Told you, bro. It's gotta be Bluebeam.
If you haven't seen our episode on Project Bluebeam, go check it out.
Most governments don't just usually open up about things like this without a reason. With all governments, when they start pushing a narrative, it's most often to serve a bigger agenda. If this is deliberate, when huge issues are brewing, like economic instability, political unrest, global crises, somebody's done something bad and it's about to get in the news, governments usually and very often create some kind of distraction. So remember when the Pentagon released UFO footage in 2020. That conveniently happened during a global pandemic, this chaotic thing that was going on around the entire world that we all suffered through. So if a story feels like it's designed, and I say the word designed with bold underline italics, if a story feels like it's designed to make you react emotionally, get out as fast, but don't even finish the story. Ask ChatGPT about what you're trying to figure out.
All mainstream news is designed to brainwash you.
With the response to the Miami Mall incident, this whole year seems like a psyop.
Historically, going back to the year 1 AD, governments have shown that they're not above manipulating fear to get what they want. So governments tend to test and gauge how people react. So if we accept UFOs as real and we don't freak out, that means we can kind of escalate the narrative without any pushback. So think of it like kind of a slow drip instead of pouring it all out at one time. And if you want to look back at some of these historical parallels, this is not the first time this has happened. There's just a few that come to mind right now. The first is the Gulf of Tonkin. This happened in 63 or 64, 1963 or 64. The United States used extremely questionable reports of attacks on naval ships, which were not true, to justify escalating this Vietnam War. And then in 1962, we had this thing called Operation Northwoods. This is a declassified plan about the US officials staging, quote, fake attacks, completely fake attacks, like blowing up planes with people in them to justify military actions against Cuba. Governments push for these just sweeping changes like the Patriot Act, which expanded massive surveillance under the guise of terrorism. So if you just replace terrorism or communism with UFOs, you can start to see a pattern.
I think this is just going to fade away and we'll never hear about it again.
That's the point, bro. They only want to see how people react.
Check this thing out. Anytime I try to zoom in with my camera all the way up to the drone, this is what I get. It has a round, like, shield around it. Fucking nuts. Look, right? That's zoomed in, 100, 208. And I'll show you the drone right now. Up in the sky. All the way over there.
That's just what light does when it's out of focus. You know that.
These ones are in focus.
Have eyewitness photos, crystal clear photos of these orbs also now being published. Do those look like drones to you?
No, they look like embryos.
Yeah, they look like some sort of embryo or some sort of massive, I don't know, circular orb with some sort of field around them, hovering. And this is what we're seeing now. So, again, also other eyewitnesses seeing these sort of like wheel within a wheel. Like something like right out of the Bible. Look at these. This is over New Jersey. Does that look like some sort of any kind of a drone that you've ever seen before? Well, the problem is we don't know because no one's telling us. And even in front of Congress, they're not. So that even looks like biblical drawings, like a wheel within a wheel, like Ezekiel, right? I mean, you have drawings like this going back thousands of years, by the way. Some of these from the 1600s right here. These sort of wheel within a wheel on the sky. What are these things?
That wheel in a wheel was nuts.
They're plasmoids, bro.
That's the frickin' answer. So these are called plasmoids, and the drones are actually probably government drones chasing these plasmoids, and they don't want us to know how important these are. These are magic.
And it's all about these geometric shapes and plasmoids. And I've now only, after digging into science, realized that that's really what these orbs are, is a plasmosphere. So whoever had sent me this, and they basically say like, this power is unlimited.
Have you heard the theory behind orbs, aka plasmoids? Take a listen.
Okay, plasma is the fourth state of matter. It is in plasma balls, it is lightning, it is ionized gas. This can create fluorescence, which is in the aurora borealis, lightning, fluorescent light, neon lights. It's also, plasma is also the sun.
Well, wow, we can almost explain everything that we're seeing here now. We can say that this is a field of plasma, this ball. It's a non-radiating barrier, the edge of it, is basically where the magnetic field stops. They're basically shielding the 0 point energy in front of the orb, which allows it to just flow freely. This is all about free energy.
So basically these plasmoids have literally been studied by the government since the 50s, and now they're appearing in our atmosphere instead of just space where they can be hidden away. Plasma will have to do with how we travel in the future. It will have to do with interdimensional communication. It's gonna have to do with cleaning the air, and these things are already happening. It has to do with us being able, when we interdimensionally travel, we're probably gonna be using these same kind of things in the future, way in the future.
If the government were chasing those things, they'd use fighter jets, not drones.
They're too scared to chase them, bro.
I'm just gonna read this. You ready for this?
Probably not.
Talked with my buddy with 40 years intel experience in the Marines, Navy, NSA, and FBI. He is not prone to tinfoil hat theories. I mean, this guy's grizzled veteran, he's seen it all, okay? He pokes holes in every potential explanation I asked him about, except for one. Are you ready for the one?
Lay it on us.
Sentient AI that our government lost control over and doesn't know how to respond. In other words, Skynet is possibly self-aware.
Terminator movie, cool.
Fucking hell, I didn't think about that. That AI broke out into a Roomba vacuum cleaner a while ago.
AI's doing a lot of crazy shit, bro. But we'll have to save that for next time.
Hold up, Ted, we gotta do this week's giveaway.
If you want to win some of our merch, leave a comment on this video for a chance to win next week. Let's do this, bro.
Bang bang!
Pick a t-shirt or a mug from our website and we'll send it straight out.
Our t-shirt supply got held up because of their Black Friday rush, so if you ordered shirts earlier this month, there's a couple of week delay on them. We're really sorry about that, but they'll be with you real soon.
Our members episode is about to go live. We'll see you over there.
And as always, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.